Naughty Dog is one of the best game developers currently. With various hit games under their name with the likes of Uncharted and The Last of Us, the company is highly respected in the gaming community and has managed to gather a large following. There have been various rumors about the development of The Last of Us 3 happening sooner than expected. How much truth do these rumors bear? Find out this and more in today's video. Let's kick off by clarifying if the spreading rumor of a script being ready for The Last of Us 3 is true. Naughty Dog's creative director Neil Druckmann revealed on the Script Apart podcast that an outline detailing what happens after the second game already exists and that he'd like to see it being made into a game one day. "I don't know how much I want to reveal," Druckmann explained. Co-writer Haley Gross did write an outline for a story that we're not making, but I hope one day can see the light of day that explores a little bit what happens after this game. We'll see. Druckmann also suggested that the studio is currently in the process of deciding which project to work on next. After we finish one of our big titles, we take a long time to explore different ideas, whether it's going to be Last of Us 3, whether it's something new, whether there's some old franchises we want to go back to, he explained. If it comes from the main man himself, then it is true. Fans should expect the release sooner or later. However, Naughty Dog's co-president said this month that The Last of Us studio is still struggling to fully implement a multi-project development strategy and revealed that it currently has several games in pre-production. I don't know if this contradicting news is a marketing strategy to keep us on the edge of our seats because, to be frank, it's working perfectly. Anyway, what's up with all these Naughty Dog's multi-project strategy and what are they cooking in their studios? Naughty Dog's co-president has said the Last of Us studio is still struggling to fully implement a multi-project development strategy and revealed that it currently has several games stuck in pre-production. The PlayStation developer first attempted to embrace a multi-project model following the completion of 2009's Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, with designers Bruce Straley and Neil Druckmann establishing a second team to create The Last of Us, alongside the group working on a third Uncharted. However, Evan Wells told the AIAS in a new Game Maker's Notebook podcast that Naughty Dog was ultimately unable to maintain two full productions, with one project inevitably gaining favor and pulling resources from the other. And it's an issue the studio still struggles with today. Like many AAA studios, Naughty Dog is taking longer to produce its big blockbuster action games as the resources required to build modern games increases. The Last of Us Part 2 was released in 2020, 7 years after its predecessor. In comparison, the studio released the 3 Uncharted games between 2007 and 2011. According to a recent Bloomberg report, Naughty Dog is currently working on a multiplayer game, likely The Last of Us Part 2's Factions, and working with an outside studio on a PS5 remake of the original Last of Us. We will get into details about these later on in the video. Moving on, what exactly is Naughty Dog's doing to remedy their multi-development problems? Naughty Dog's co-president discussed structural changes it's been making following the completion of The Last of Us Part 2 development last year. Wells said the company was adding more hierarchy to its studio structure in an attempt to help its leads better manage their teams and also to combat departures of senior employees seeking career progression. The restructure also follows 2020 allegations of a crunch culture at the company. "We've got principal employees now. We've just promoted a bunch of VPs as well. We're adding more leads. Something that we've traditionally done on productions in the past is our leads and directors would still be too hands-on to where they didn't have enough time to manage their team and people. So we're freeing them up to do that," the co-president stated. Druckmann, the writer and director behind The Last of Us games and Uncharted 4, was promoted to co-president of Naughty Dog in December 2020. He also confirmed Naughty Dog has been working with a leadership coach in an attempt to teach its lead developers to be better managers. "We hope this restructuring will facilitate faster game development because I personally can't wait for The Last of Us 3 release." Up next, let's talk about all the other Last of Us projects Naughty Dog is working on. First, let's begin with The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. Recent data mining efforts unveiled plans to include a Battle Royale mode that features an assortment of unique items, including weapons and armor. A recently posted job listing also confirmed that Naughty Dog was looking for a monetization expert with experience in free-to-play games, adding further fuel to the speculation. Released in 2020, The Last of Us Part 2 picks up 5 years after the events of the original game and follows protagonist Ellie as she tracks across a wasteland filled with deadly raiders and spore-ridden zombies. The PlayStation exclusive debuted to stellar reviews from critics who praised its heartfelt writing, brutal combat, and compelling performances. Naughty Dog is also working on the remastering of the game to PS5. While The Last of Us Part 2 is available for PlayStation 4, gamers wanting to experience Naughty Dog's gut-wrenching saga on PlayStation PlayStation 5 can download a free performance patch that allows the game to run at 60 FPS. It's currently unknown if a native PS5 version of the game is in development. There is also the development of Last of Us Factions, which we believe should go all in on character customization. Little is known about Naughty Dog's standalone version of The Last of Us Factions, but it should double down on customization when it debuts. Prior to the release of The Last of Us 2, Naughty Dog confirmed that the sequel would not have the Factions multiplayer mode from the original game. Instead, the developer revealed that The Last of Us 2's Factions mode had become so ambitious that it needed to be its own game, and the developer has been working on it since this announcement. An Outbreak Day message confirmed that it is still being worked on, and it will likely join the rumored Last of Us remake as one of the studio's next games. Since its announcement, fans have theorized that The Last of Us 2 Factions could have everything from a Battle Royale mode to a more in-depth version of the metagame from the original mode. Regardless of what the new take on Factions looks like, Naughty Dog should go all in on character creation and customization, giving players a new level of control over their multiplayer avatars. In the original version of The Last of Us Factions, players were allowed to join either the Fireflies or the Hunters. From there, they could customize their characters' gestures, hats, masks, and helmets. However, their clothing was not able to be touched, and players had no control over what their character's face looked like. Each time they dropped into a match, they would look different, with their character's appearance being randomized apart from their chosen accessories. One thing that the standalone version of The Last of Us Factions should absolutely do is add a character creator. Just like the character creator in games like Elden Ring, players should have full control over their avatar's hairstyle, skin color, and facial features. Gamers being able to make their character look like themselves would go a long way to making them connect with the game more. Don't you guys think this is a great idea? Anyway, what would be the potential cosmetics for The Last of Us Factions? When it comes to the potential cosmetics for The Last of Us Factions, the sky's the limit for Naughty Dog. The most obvious option is to add outfits based on iconic characters from the first two games. Being able to cosplay as Abby, Ellie, or Joel in-game is something that fans will surely want to do, so giving them the outfit pieces to do just that is essential. This can range from obvious items like the character's signature shirts and hairstyles to some more subtle cosmetics like Joel's shattered watch or Ellie and Dinah's matching bracelets. Outside of cosmetics based on beloved characters, some more over-the-top outfit choices could prove to be popular. While other games have shown that ridiculous items can be a big hit, Naughty Dog could aim to do something slightly more grounded. The option to let players dress up as clickers, stalkers, or other infected types would make for some memorable in-game items. Seeing the cordyceps fungus protrude from an enemy's head would be unforgettable, and it is something that could extend to weaponry as well. If Naughty Dog allows gamers to customize the look of their guns, a camo pattern covered in cordyceps mushrooms could be one of the many potential weapon skins. Lastly, some crossover cosmetics based on other PlayStation franchises would work well. Games like Ghost of Tsushima have already introduced PlayStation-inspired armor sets, and The Last of Us Factions could do the same. PlayStation has plenty of franchises that Naughty Dog's multiplayer could pay tribute to, and it should not pass up on the opportunity. Unfortunately, that is all the time we had for today. Comment below which of the Naughty Dog projects excites you the most.